Hello, it's another Feel Good Friday, and Emily's asked me today to talk. Oh, it's Charity here, sorry, in case we haven't met before, to talk a little bit about the buying process because I spent Sunday and Monday up in Birmingham at a big trade show, the Spring Fair, which is back after a break last year. And I thought it would be good just to, chat a little bit about how I choose the products we have on the Green Tulip site, and give you a few sort of thoughts about the process we go through. So I guess the first thing to say is my background is buying. I worked for John Lewis as a buyer, so that was a very different experience to working here and choosing the products. But I'd like to think we take exactly the same amount of care as whether we're buying 30 of something or 300, because it's really important. Everything, we're about product, we're a product business, and product is my passion. So it's the bit that excites me most. So traditionally, always buying's been at trade shows, and we would go around. It's sort of like a retail show, but there would be stands there with the suppliers, and it's a really good chance to meet people, build relationships, and see the products there. For example, I've just ordered the spring summer lure range. We've got some lovely velvets coming, and I put a little picture on Instagram stories when I was up there. So that's been really nice. We've known them over the years. We really like the lure team, and just great to know the team, and get chatting to them about things. They're always very complimentary about us, so that's good. And they like to send, if anyone asks where to buy lure, they always send them to us, which we appreciate. The other thing I find it really useful for is chatting to suppliers and helping them sort of, or push them, I guess, in the right direction. I get a bit soapboxy about packaging because it's often you see a really nice product, but when you ask how it's packaged, it's in plastic, or they haven't really thought about that element. And actually, historically, it's also been products that have a great story, but the product tag doesn't tell that story or doesn't pass it on. So I find it quite a useful way of feeding that back to suppliers as well, and had an exact example. On Sunday, saw some really nice scarves that are made of recycled plastic bottles, but they come packaged in plastic. They come in recycled plastic, but it's still individually packed in bags. So it was really useful. I had a lovely chat with a lady who's trying to do the right thing, but is also being influenced by traditions where people wanted these products wrapped in plastic so they kept clean in their stockrooms. But I hope I gave her some confidence that actually we all have to, we put things in plastic boxes with lids in the warehouse so it doesn't get dirty, but we don't need them individually wrapped. So I think as a forward-thinking eco-retailer, we can give suppliers confidence that they should be changing. And actually that's something, greetings cards, no one questioned the cello bags 2 or 3 years ago, and now virtually every supplier is selling naked cards with no packaging, and it is great. So yeah, so part of it's feedback, like we would accept feedback from our customers, the brands are accepting them from their customers. And I think also it's a way of, Positive Planner was a brand that I've ordered. We'd seen it online before. Emily was really keen to include it. I think well-being is something that's so important at the moment. It's not just about the product, it's about how it makes you feel or what behaviour change it can bring about. And I met the 2 ladies from Positive Planner at the trade show, and they were brilliant. They answered any questions I had about whether it's what paper it was, which is FSC. They're made in Poland, they're not made in China. A lot of them are actually made in the UK. So it was really great to feel confident about the brand, and that's something that we will be introducing in the next few weeks. So trade shows are important, but increasingly, I think for Green Tulip, now eco is getting a bit more mainstream. We're looking for the new things, the people out there that are being really clever with their products, with the way they're made, with the design. So Instagram continues to be a source. I think both Emily and I probably have about 300 saved posts in our Instagram history. And we're going to start getting together on a monthly basis. I think Emily's going to come to the shop, and we're going to sort of review each category and look at what we currently have in the range, what we want to add, where we think there are gaps. The market moves, so things like shower blocks have been a huge hit for us, and actually those products didn't exist a year ago. So we need to, is there a better alternative to what we already have? And Green Tulip's all about gifts. So what is there that people are wanting to pass on to friends and family? What inspirational things are they buying for themselves that they want to share with their friends and family as gifts? So we'll be looking at that, and I think that will be a really nice way of us picking up some great new brands using Instagram. We contact them, ask them questions, and then we're not a marketplace, so we are investing in those people's businesses. We're paying for orders. We'll often pay for an order before the product's made, which obviously helps them with making the order. And they get that money from us up front, so they're not waiting to sell the items sort of individually to consumers. We're buying and we're investing into our own stockroom and where the products are, and that, you know, is great. We're a few brands, we're number 1 or 2 stockist of theirs, where we're the first people to choose their products. So really want to do more and more of that this year. So I think probably is that all I had on my little notes. So I hope that's a bit of background between, you know, how we go about, you know, finding what we think you're going to like. Do any suggestions you've got. We're going to be asking for more input. So any suggestions on anything you think would be, any brands you know of, any friends you have that are doing great things, just Emily will put a little question box on, and we will we'd love to hear from you. And any other questions you have, very happy to answer them.